Magic period blood community is wild.
Yeah, I had no
What is
idea this
this?
existed. Call me naive,
Yeah, I don't know this existed either. What is this? Magic period blood community is wild. Let's do a deep dive.
I suppose. I don't typically go on TikTok, but I was going to take the plunge this afternoon because I was reading and watching so many videos about like Swifty meltdowns and like parties being thrown, tears being shed, like the happiest moment of their lives all over Taylor Swift getting engaged to Travis Kelce. And I just wanted to
That is crazy. I can't believe they're married, bro. Taylor Swift is cuffed.
take a peek at some of it to see what all the hoopla was about. And before I even had a chance to type in words to the search bar, this video started auto-playing.
I'm free bleeding in the grass right now. And it's occurred to me that a large collective of women are bleeding right now, and whatever this cycle is, whatever we're moving through our blood together, feels like one of the most potent bleeds. And I sense more women are synced up now more than ever, so drop a rose if you're bleeding.
Holy, women are connected by period blood and the matching of cycles. Who would have known this? You know, you're part of them. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Not gonna lie, that was a crazy hook. I'm free bleeding in the grass right now. It reminds me of
we are all free bleeding in the grass right now.
Ty Lopez's infamous ad, I'm in my garage right now. There's a lot to unpack here. So she is on her period right now and letting the blood leak out from her and soak into the grass around her, returning the blood to Mother Earth. Now, shocker, I don't have periods, and I'm not going to pretend to be the preeminent expert on how they function, so this is a legitimate question. Is there really that much blood that comes out all at once? Because the way she's describing it makes it sound like...
As a professional period knower, it's actually more like blood clotting. There's different textures to periods. It doesn't fucking, you know what I mean? Like, unless like you're in the shower, then it might look like that because it's just the water, but I'm not gonna get too much into it. But let's keep going.
Like, the blood is pooling around her. Like in Grand Theft Auto when you kill someone and the blood just like starts to fan out deeply from them. I would have imagined that if you sat here spread eagle for like an hour, you'd have some blood getting into the grass and like on your thighs and stuff, but not like the quantity that she's expressing here, making it sound like a fucking crime scene or something.
And a reminder that your blood is not an inconvenience. It's actually one of the most magical gifts in the entire world. Whatever you experience before your bleed,
In luteal phase.
in luteal, when you feel like you're moving through different emotions,
That's hormones. Actually, I'm not a woman. I can't speak for them. Have an insect crawl up her hoo-ha, get that infection going. Not to periods, to the insect crawling up it. I wouldn't want an insect crawling up me.
different challenges gets to come out through your blood. You get to die every month and be reborn through your blood. And the earth takes it, if you give it to her, and alchemizes it. So the sooner that you can give your blood back to the earth, the more alive that you become.
This must be a pretty common thought process in the modern day about like how
she cooked with
period
that.
blood is
Yeah, like a
magical and has like
philosopher.
divine properties. You remember a few months ago I was making fun of that goober, that goofball who's like, I actually love to eat pussy that's on its period, or like have sex with girls on their period because it's divinity that I'm touching with my wiener. I get in there and there's like that period blood. Ugh. And then his sidekick loser who's like, yeah, you know, I'd have sex with a girl on her period. You know, if I'm afraid to get my sword a little bloody, then I'm not a good knight. And it's not like exclusive to just those douchebags' perspectives. Apparently, like, it's somewhat of a common thing on TikTok about like period blood being magical with arcane energies. So she is in that camp about like, this is magic, and by free bleeding on the grass, you are quenching the thirst of Mother Earth to make yourself more powerful. Not only that, you get reborn. So every month when your period starts, you die. you flatline. You go straight to Valhalla.
You know,
but through your period
we all
blood,
getting
you
reborn
are
through our
born anew.
period and periods.
As long as you're bleeding on the grass, I guess. I went to her page, and this is her entire channel. It's so fascinating.
You have, I believe, the most powerful and potent thing that you could be doing right now during this eclipse portal, during this last half of 2025, during forever your time on Earth, is to offer your blood back to the Earth. Why? Because your blood has the ability to end war. It has codes and instructions for the Earth to reprogram the collective grid. And I know that sounds powerful, and I know that sounds like...
That sounds like a fucking nuclear weapon. What do you mean we can reprogram the world and stop wars? More people need to be having periods. On period.
a lot, because it is.
What kind of fucking anime plotline is that?
That's fucking
Your
magical.
period blood can end wars by feeding it to the earth? That... Who knew the secret was right under our nose the whole time?
Yeah.
Now, far be it from me to poke holes in the theory here, but let's go back in time. Let's rewind the clocks. Before tampons existed, periods aren't something that just got, introduced in new patch notes over the last 100 years and came packaged with tampons. There was a time where periods were here with no tampons. That period blood was hitting the soil back then. And there were still a lot of wars back then. I gotta tell you, I'm not exactly convinced that period blood is the collective grid. That sounds like a secret
Damn, this is a long-ass
like
video.
the Illuminati, the fucking New World Order or something. It sounds like a villainous group out of a James Bond film.
Yeah, this is a pretty
How
crazy,
is that reprogramming
crazy
the collective
claims,
grid?
I will not
And
lie.
how does that stop humans from starting wars against each other? I have so many questions. Also, what codes are in the period blood that are absent from every other blood? So, like, if I go out right now and I cut my hand, like a ritualistic cut with a ceremonial dagger on my hand, and drip some of that blood on the soil, what codes am I giving it? The Konami code? Like, what am I hitting it with? I don't know how
Konami
there's a
code is
huge,
crazy.
distinct difference there. Why does that have different energy and instructions and code? Also, why would the period blood even have instructions for stopping war in the first place? I just don't see...
This guy's not believing in the magic. You gotta believe in the magic for the magic to happen. Everybody knows this.
how free bleeding on the grass is somehow going to drop a tutorial to the earth on how to stop wars. Like, I feel like if there is instructions buried deep in the period blood, it probably wouldn't be instructions that pertain to war. It'd probably be about, like, babies or something, would be my guess, if there are instructions in there somewhere that you'd have to, find the WikiHow guide on in the blood. I can't quite understand how she's drawing this connection of, like, dropping your period blood on the earth to stop wars and trying to preach it like, listen, everyone, we need to come together and we need to pool our blood on the grass. It's the only way to stop war.
Because you are that powerful. And I know that
This
we've
guy's
been
not
taught,
believing in it.
hide your tampons, inconvenience, PMS. It's all bullshit, okay? It's all bullshit. Your blood is a key, it's a code, it has living, alive instructions to regenerate the planet and to reprogram the entire collective grid from your womb space. And as we all do this collectively together, we reprogram the collective, and
This is
what
cozy,
is not
man.
in resonance with this vibration, with this new programming, has to fall away. It can't survive.
What language is that programming in? Java? C#? Like, how are you deciding what that programming is? How do you have control
programmed in
over
Slave, my
that?
boy.
And also, what won't survive the new programming? Is
Fuck
this
it.
like an extinction event or something? Like, I can't wrap my head around it. My third eye is not
What is
opening
Gelly
here.
talking about?
She's just
You're not a
spamming
believer.
buzzwords,
You're not a believer.
vibrations being the...
You guys don't understand. It's the vibrations. It's the coding of your blood. Okay? It's reprogramming the earth. It's about being reborn. You see? Only if you had your theory, you'd know what this girl's talking about.
Classic. Vibrate this, vibrate that. Fucking everything is vibrations, which means literally nothing most of the time. And now she's using a new one here, a new buzzword, collective. no explanation, no clue what that's even supposed
It's the period hive mind. Come on, guys.
to mean, but collective, jump scare you with that. We have to fight the collective, reprogram the collective, bleed the collective, free bleed, that kind of thing. I don't know. All of this is just actual mumbo jumbo nonsense here. And let's just go ahead and suspend disbelief for a moment. Let's say this is all very true, that by by dripping your period blood on the grass, you are reprogramming the collective. Let's assume the collective refers to Earth and everything that inhabits it. How the fuck does every single womb space have the same instructions? Everybody is different. There is no way that her womb space instructions would match those of, Taylor Swift. Like, there's going to be very different protocol embedded in that period blood they're dripping and feeding to the Earth. Like, maybe hers is trying to teach the Earth and reprogram it to not have wars, but then you'll have a womb space from somewhere else that's, like, really about war. Like, we need more battles. So wouldn't these...
It obviously depends on the woman's ideologies is how their rebirth will program out. I thought this was simple. I didn't think I had to explain this.
Womb spaces conflict in these instructions, overload the collective, and then there's no one's in agreement anymore. It falls apart. There's just nothing about this that is even remotely sensible. And that's what makes it so fucking amazing.
As I have never lost weight so fast in my entire life with this
That better not be fucking period blood, girl.
Sir, now that I have your attention.
Now that I have your attention, because we're in a system pressed upon your insecurities and women, this is my moon blood, this is my period blood mixed with the shit.
Because we're in a system that preys upon your insecurities as a woman, this is my moon blood. This is my period blood mixed with a shit ton of water. It's not concentrated. And because 14 million people did in fact watch me free bleed on the earth, I thought, why not shock the system? Just a little bit more. Just be like, oh, there's a revolution happening of feminine wisdom, feminine magic, our feminine...
Oh my god, is this what I have to do to become a feminine? A feminist? Do I need to start drinking feminine moon blood magic? Oh shit, I might need to convert. Oh my god, my male feminist status might be gone after this. I'm not sure I'm willing to go that far. Shit, but girl, clock it, bitch. Oh,
spicy, a little revolutionary, and God forbid a woman doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Mixing your period blood with some water for the sake of a TikTok video to slam dunk on the haters definitely sounds like something someone would do if they didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, that's gross.
Now, if you thought she was going to drink this panacea, you're wrong. I'm pretty sure she's doing this just to get people hooked on it, morbid curiosity. She doesn't actually consume this beverage, at least not on camera. Maybe she does in her, spare time. But for this, she's using it more as like a talking tool. I also imagine it's not her blood with water in there. It wouldn't come out this red. This is...
Yeah, it wouldn't come out this red. You're right.
Very clearly some kind of like juice that she is pretending is blood with water, how eye-catching. And she's using it to talk about this revolution she's leading about free bleeding on the earth to, like, regenerate and stop war.
Yeah, all free bleeding.
And this is about the feminine reclamation. This is about feminine freedom. This is about remembrance. So I'm going to take this to my red rose bush outside. And you might be entirely annoyed and pissed off by this. And I might be too if I was stuck in the system. But anyways, I'm going to go offer this to the earth.
Matrix.
And she's going to take it and alchemize and transmute whatever I've released through this blood, through this cycle. And then she's going to repattern and upgrade my energetic and physical field. So that's the gift. And
to be fair, my girl is glowing right now.
That's on being a daughter of the earth.
Pissed off or annoyed is definitely not the right way to describe the feelings after watching this. It's more just confused, and it's very laughable. Like, it's more silly than it is infuriating. Also, the way that she presents this here sounds far more selfish. how she's going to go dump her blood onto the earth so that way she can reap the benefits of basically leveling up. She's treating this like it's a Call of Duty lobby, and she's prestiging by dumping this period blood into her rose bush. So what, is it no longer about, reprogramming the collective to benefit Mother Earth so that way we can stop wars? Is it now just about your personal gain from doing this? I don't know. That no longer seems like this, altruistic act of free bleeding on the grass to improve and regenerate Earth.
That is true.
To me, it just sounds far more sinister. I think she let the mask slip a little too much. You might be feeding her power by free bleeding on the grass, because now she's only talking about what she's gaining from it. She's getting her energetic pattern,
We are no longer free bleeding, gang.
reorganized and, reflaffitated. Also, her physical field is being upgraded, so she is now reaching like a cosmic level that she wasn't at previously. She's getting up to like Thanos galactic threat now. It doesn't really seem like it's about improving the Earth anymore. It seems more about what she gets to gain from it.
This is my current microdosing routine in under 30 seconds. I microdose with Flodos. They are my favorites. I've been microdosing with Flodos since June. They use a shamanic strain. It's very wise, very loving, very gentle. I typically microdose 100 milligrams or 200 milligrams. 100 milligrams is a really beautiful sweet spot for a starting point. So it's been over a year since I moved to Peru in the Sacred Valley. This is my home. From Los Angeles. I'm working with ayahuasca.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That checks out. So she was in LA and then had her spiritual awakening with, some microdosing, which I think, I have a sneaking suspicion may have turned into some megadosing, and then she moved and started with ayahuasca.
Hey.
So a tale as old
She
as time, and
something.
only being more common these days. Albeit most people don't usually end up talking about like free bleeding on the grass to save the earth from war and whatever, but even still, very interesting. Wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it. See ya.
What a good video. Nah, all my girlies are free bleeding. All my girlies are free bleeding now.